Hi. I think I should be live now. I actually haven't done a live like this in a while. And I was actually going back and forward about when I wanted to do this video, and with the news of Twitch yesterday, not that I knew him personally, but I think when it comes to things like suicide and mental health, it really hits home for me. And so I'll try not get like super emotional through this. But basically the other day after my potato salad saga story that I posted, I actually mentioned that I wanted to speak about something a little more serious about the potato saga day. And it was that I actually had really bad anxiety the whole day because of wanting to do it well and not wanting it to be a flop and not wanting it to mess up, that it was so hectic that I had anxiety the whole day. But like, I had physical anxiety, I had heart palpitations, my palms were sweating, I was sweating. It was very intense, and it was much more intense than it should have been making a potato salad. But it's just something that I struggle with. Anxiety is something that I struggle with, and whether it's because of a potato salad that I have to make, or whether it's because of a work thing or a relationship thing, it's there. Anxiety exists, stress exists, depression exists, and then there are many conversations going around at the moment, especially now after this news from yesterday. And I think the first point that I just want to make, because I was having this discussion with someone with friends the other day about mental health and the realness of it. And it's real. It's real. So the first thing I wanted to say was, if you don't know, you don't know. If you have not experienced anxiety, if you've not experienced depression, then you don't know. You don't know what it feels like, and you don't know how hard it can be to bring yourself out of it. I knew I was going to cry on this. I actually haven't cried in a while, so I'm really glad that this is coming out. I spoke to one of my clients today, and I said to her, I haven't cried in a while. If you don't know, you don't know. Just because it's invisible doesn't mean it's not there. That's the first thing that I wanted to mention. The second thing I wanted to mention is, be kind. If you don't know what someone else is going through, keep your judgments to yourself. Keep your shitty opinion to yourself. And be kind. Yes, there are a lot of people who cry wolf. Yes, there are a lot of people who use their mental health to look for attention. Why do you think they're doing that? There's something deeper rooted. There's something bigger behind it. I'll have a lot of unpopular opinions about this, by the way. So thank you for listening. So the second thing is just be kind. You don't have to understand something to have compassion for someone else who's going through it. You do not have to agree with everything that someone else is experiencing, but you can have the compassion to understand that that is their experience and that is what they are feeling. Thank you, Tams. And then the other thing that I wanted to say is, if you are struggling with anxiety, with depression, with numbness, with feeling frozen, with feeling stuck, you're not alone. It might feel like you're alone, but please don't give up hope that there is hope, that there is help, that there is one person out there who cares. Reach out. And if you're not sure if there's who you can reach out to, I'm going to post some links in my story for free resources that you can access to support you. But I've been going through a lot of the posts and the stories yesterday and today, and people are vicious, man. People are so vicious, and they're so entitled and unaware. I'm not going to share my story now, but I will at some point. But I've been in that place, very close to that place where I went into the space where I had the conversation of, does it matter if I'm here? Does it matter if I'm here? And it's a really hard place to be, guys. So after my potato saga video, where it was very funny and I was laughing at myself because it was so ridiculous and I was so flustered and I made so many mistakes with this potato salad that ended up being fine in the end, but it was a really rough experience. And then I wanted to bring it up here, and then all of this has happened. It actually opened a much bigger topic for me to talk about. And I just finished an event where I spoke about meditation and how it's helped me and what it's done for me in my life. And then I was just like, you know what, I'm going to do this live now, because if I don't do it now, I'm not going to do it. And it's important. It is important. So, just those three main things that I wanted to say is that if you have not gone through it, you're not going to understand it. You can try, but you're not going to understand it if you haven't been through it. And so there has to be a layer of compassion and understanding for those who are going through it, and respecting other people's process and their journey. So, the second point was to be kind. Just don't be an asshole. Sometimes you can really just keep your opinion to yourself. We all know the saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Someone who's going through a hard time, someone who is suffering from anxiety or depression, they don't need your negative comments or your negative opinion. If it's not going to be positive and constructive and build them up, then rather keep it to yourself. Yes, there is such a thing as tough love, for sure. I've needed to give myself tough love to get out of very dark places. My family has given me tough love. My mom has almost physically dragged me out of my house at one point in my early 20s because I was not leaving my house, and she made me leave, and it was really, really hard, and it was really tough love that she had to show me, and I'm so grateful to her that she did. But there's a way to do things, and that's the one thing. And then the last thing is, if you are struggling with anxiety, if you are struggling with depression, reach out for help. You are not alone. It is a lonely road to walk, because no one knows what is going on internally, and the English language or whatever language you speak does not often have the words to describe what you are experiencing. It's almost like there are no words to describe what you're experiencing. And so it's very hard when you struggling to understand what you're feeling yourself and trying to have to put it into words to explain to someone who doesn't understand what you're feeling, to try and like justify what you're feeling to them in words that aren't enough to explain what you're feeling and to explain something that you yourself are still figuring out. So yeah, you are not alone, and you are allowed to feel the things that you feel. And yeah, that's pretty much what I came on here to say. And yeah, I believe so strongly in, and I don't understand how there's still people in 2022, almost 2023, who don't think that mental health is a thing. It blows my mind. Because if you look at the state of this world, it's our mental health. That's one of the biggest pandemics. But can't see it. Doesn't really show up on a scan. But it's so evidently there. Yeah. That is me for today. I've taught a lot of yoga. I've talked about meditation for a long time. I've spoken about this with you guys. Yeah. If you ever have any questions, feel free to send me a DM if there's anything you want to chat about. Keep it real, guys. Keep it real. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. Anyways. Thank you for listening. And sending you all love and peace and compassion and strength and light. Thank you, everyone. And I will see you on here soon, I guess. Bye.